Hey Dragon Slayers! Today's video is about acne, hearing loss, and their connection to insulin resistance. While often prominent during teenage years, acne, which can occur throughout adulthood, is characterized by excessive blackheads or whiteheads on the face, neck, back, and elsewhere. Whether they're lean or overweight, people with acne have higher fasting insulin in the blood compared with people without acne. One study looked at the connection between insulin resistance and acne by giving young men without acne a glucose solution drink. Remarkably, insulin levels spiked over 4 times higher in overweight participants with acne and more than doubled in lean participants with acne. So, some of what we've discussed is devoted to highlighting the serious and potential life threatening consequences of insulin resistance. While those deserve attention, they're also hard to see. You can't see plaques developing in your brain or your blood pressure climbing, but you can see the changes in your skin. So, this one article that I found, medical journal, talks about how clinicians must always keep in mind that skin disorders may be a clue to internal alterations and or diseases, as is in the case of acanthosis nigricans, alopecia, and so forth. On the other hand, numerous studies have also shown that some diseases may manifest in a systemic rather than simply skin disorders. So that's basically just saying we know that some diseases are caused by insulin resistance, diseases of the skin. They talk about how, particularly, it is well known that psoriasis, acne, can be frequently associated with metabolic abnormalities. They go on to review that they showed the principles of dermatologic conditions linked to insulin resistance. They wish to underline the necessity for the dermatologist to expand their attention beyond simply skin pathology as to not miss the major opportunity for motivation of dietary and metabolic evaluations and interventions in order to properly support the patient's health. So, if you have in layman's terms, if you've got bad skin or skin issues, the underlying root cause more often than not is insulin resistance. So, let's examine hearing loss. Hearing loss and bouts of vertigo are often considered regrettable but unavoidable consequences of aging. Perhaps it's not our age causing them, but the metabolic disruption that's accumulated as we grew older. Almost everyone loses some hearing with age. This is known, it's a well known and well documented fact. In fact, it's so common, it's considered the number one cumulative disorder with aging. Even when controlling for weight and age, if a person is insulin resistant, inner ear function is significantly compromised. In particular, the greater the insulin resistance, the greater difficulty in hearing lower tones. Another common ear disorder is Meniere's disease. Believed to be a problem of fluid accumulation in the ear, Meniere's disease can cause vertigo, ringing in your ears, tinnitus, and hearing loss. The connection between Meniere's disease and insulin resistance is strong. One study found that 76% of patients with Meniere's disease were also insulin resistant. Other data revealed that up to 92% of patients with tinnitus have hyperinsulinemia. Thus, it's very likely that a person suffering from ringing in the ears is somewhere on the spectrum of insulin resistance. Indeed, Dr. William Updegraff, a prominent hearing doctor, boldly claimed that after first exploring the connection over 40 years ago, the most common and most overlooked cause of vertigo is a disorder of glucose metabolism. So there's another medical journal that I link. It shows that in one study, 169 cases, including 162 men and 7 women, were analyzed. And in this study, age was the most relevant factor to hearing loss. After adjusting for age and sex, HOMA-IR, which is a measurement of your insulin resistance, was found to be associated with high-frequency hearing loss. HOMA-IR was not found to be significantly associated with conventional frequency hearing loss. However, we found it to be significantly associated with either conventional or high frequency shifts. Insulin resistance is associated with the acceleration of age related hearing loss. While it's not shown to increase the risk necessarily, MET-S is not shown to increase the risk of hearing loss. Based on the findings of the study, agents that help lower insulin resistance may play a role in the deceleration of age-related hearing impairment. So that's what I've got for you guys today. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And remember that together, you and I will slay the dreaded diabetes dragon.